Welcome to the OCBC Arena. A little bit of an earlier start this morning, 10 o'clock start. We're getting towards the sharper end of the competition. Quarterfinals leading to semi-final places being decided this morning. Number of wonderful prospects in mind, notably for Singaporean viewers. At 10 past 11, Wei Ming against Putra Odi for a semi-final spot. Going to be a very tough match, that. Anyway, here, our first game today, HUZAIRI and this end against MEEPIAN SUBPONG, and these two are trying to contest for a place in the semi-final against Rukaindi. Setiowan in the middle there, yellow and orange shirt, relaxed at the moment. We'll be interested to see how these things go.
Lexi, our on-screen guide to parasport classification. Lexi illustrates the different levels of impairment in each class by simply using 4 colours. Green indicates no impairment, red denotes a high degree of impairment, and in between we've yellow for low and orange for moderate, and where you see a space, it represents a missing limb. SL3 is for players with a moderate degree of impairment affecting one side of the body, affecting the legs, or the loss of limbs. They play standing on a half-width court and have reduced court movement, but a full range of shots.
Now this very challenging form of the game, half court. Consistency is the essence of this game. This is SL3. MEEPIAN SUBPONG. This is the first time we've been able to see him play. Welcome to the centre court. And his opponent at the other end, HUZAIRI, very, very familiar now, I'm sure, to all our regular viewers. Very redoubtable opponent. Good to see the spectators coming in. Group from schools there on the left. And of course the thanks go to the teachers bringing these young students down to the arena to watch high-class badminton. I'm sure an inspiration for all of them. Here's HUZAIRI. Players appear to be ready.
On my right, MALEK, HUZAIRI, Malaysia. And on my left, MEEPIAN, Thailand. MEEPIAN to serve, the ball, play.
So important to maintain, sustain a good rhythm, to get length, good length to the back, exploit any gaps that appear near the net. The fundamental movements are really forward and backwards here, very little side to side movement at all. And then of course the judgment required at the back line, all important. One of the secrets of this game is knowing when to attack really hard, when the weak reply has been forced and the player can move up closer, tighter to the net and release a powerful smash. Otherwise, this is a game of patience. Well, he took the chance there. Advanced very rapidly, but overhit. But this is part of the arsenal of shots for this game. They're taking the chance close into the net. And these are chances you have to take. You cannot allow your opponent back into the game. And so there's a certain amount of risk involved.
Service over, 3-6.
This one goes wide.
4-6.
MEEPIAN just 2 points behind at the moment. Very tight net shot by HUZAIRI. Very, very tight. Barely a couple of inches between the shuttle and the top of the net. And all that MEEPIAN could do is to loft it up into the air. This one goes long.
8-4. Hot. Service over, 5-8.
Well, it was almost as though it was a slight miss-hit on the drop shot, but it certainly fooled HUZAIRI. And this was a good one. He just sensed HUZAIRI had off to one side, and he had a slightly wider target near the tram lines.
Service over, 9-6.
Nearly there.
Service over,
Just had to move back to play that shot.
7-9.
Always easy, of course, to second guess. This one's well in. This misjudgment.
9.
Close scoreline. Going to go to the interval soon. Almost neck and neck. This one, however, goes the other side of the line.
Over, 10-8.
Good play.
Service over, 9-10.
HUZAIRI will want to extend his lead if he possibly can. And that he'll be able to do at the interval.
9 interval.
This will be the score, 11-9. Very tight play so far. Both players pretty mobile. So the consistency, the control, going to be vital as the game proceeds.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Interesting
11,
scheduling.
9,
These games
10.
have been dedicated 35 minutes each, a little bit longer than the earlier rounds. The assumption is scores are going to be tighter, games are going to be longer rallies too. This is the benefit of patience. Keep the shuttle going, keep it deep to the back, and then you may force, as in this case, an error on the part of your opponent. Yeah, the hesitation, he really wasn't quite sure until very late whether the shuttle was going to land in, and by the time it did, he was in an awkward position. So MEEPIAN capitalizing well, right up to the net. As soon as he sensed that HUZAIRI was forced back.
Service over, 13-10.
Very well played. The drive back to the body of MEEPIAN was very effective because all he could do just scoop it up a little bit, and then comes the gentle little dink over the net.
15-10.
The Thai team involved in enjoying a very successful evening last night, almost sweeping all the gold medals in the ladies' competitions. So MEEPIAN was able to enjoy the euphoric state. This lead has extended to 7 points. HUZAIRI in control.
18-10.
A whole run of points. If you remember, the score was 11-9 at the interval. MEEPIAN has only managed one more point since then. HUZAIRI dominant.
Service over, 11-19. Service over, 20. Game point, 11.
So HUZAIRI has cruised away in the second half of this game. One more point required to take a 1-0 lead. Here it comes. Very, very neat net shot. Finished clinically with the overhead.
21-11.
There's the little net shot. No chance on the follow-up. First game, 21-11, and so MEEPIAN only managing a couple of points. HUZAIRI cruised away, quickly accumulating a further 10 points to his score. Good deep hitting. This was that hesitation. MEEPIAN taking full advantage. And the conclusion of the game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
So change of ends. HUZAIRI to serve, leading 1 game to love.
Play.
Well, the linesman just changing his mind a bit there. Initially looked as though he was going to give it in. Changed his mind, gave it out. Well, a neat drop shot followed up with a rasping drive, almost head height. Good length, but just wide.
Service over, 2-1.
Chance for the smash. Gratefully taken. 2-all.
Service over, 2-all. Hot,
Couldn't quite pick that one up.
2.
Nice change of pace by HUZAIRI. The deception comes when you make the stroke look as though it's one of these orthodox clears to the back, and then disguise, maybe a bit of slice. Just take some pace off, and then of course it takes your opponent time to react, to respond. And you can see the margin for error really very small. That was almost a perfect shot. Oh, he had it, the opening was there.
Service over.
I'm sure he must have been planning the lob to the back court over MEEPIAN's head. MEEPIAN down, but not out.
Service over, 5-4. Hot, service over, 5-all.
A rather awkward scooping action as a prelude to that miss. Back to rhythm. Back of the court, front of the court. Oh, he had the chance as well. MEEPIAN looked as though he'd almost given that one up. There was the chance. Looked flat-footed.
Service over, 6-all.
Quick smash.
7,
Just the perfect
6.
response. MEEPIAN dictating the play at the moment, but can't quite reach what was a very good drop shot.
6.
Let's hope he's okay. MEEPIAN certainly attacking, but this one was just a bit beyond him. Just troubled by the knock on his knee. Pausing a while. Current scoreline 8-6 in favour of HUZAIRI.
Players, ready?
MEEPIAN just looking around, I think, wishing for a little bit of assistance.
Players, ready?
Umpire just checking that they're okay.
Eight, six, play.
Nice drop.
Service over, 7-8.
And again, drop shot from 2/3 of the way back. Very deceiving. Nice rally.
Service over, 9-8.
And as the pressure increases, a little bit more fatigue. Reaching forward becomes particularly difficult. Well played.
10-8.
Now HUZAIRI must push hard, press hard, consolidate that advantage if he can. And again, successful just on the other side of the net. Playing it nice and early, and MEEPIAN finding it difficult to respond. 3-point margin. Yes, got to send the shuttle to the back. Got to be very deep.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
HUZAIRI in command at the moment.
Play.
Just long.
Service over, 9-11.
Yeah, no problem.
Service over.
The net shot again effective. And try as he might, MEEPIAN can do no more than serve it up for an easy winner. Chance for the smash, and this one's going to go out.
13-9.
Well struck from the back of the court. Really quite aggressive there. Slight change. Neatly done.
15-9.
So the lead extends to 6 points, 15-9.
Leon.
Rather rapid change of shuttle. MEEPIAN hoping that this new one will serve him better.
Service over, 16-10.
Plenty of fight left in him though. Not going to give this one away. HUZAIRI happy to follow his existing tactical pattern.
17-10.
Sensing on the verge of victory. Good exchange of net shots. Very patient. This one is well in.
18-10.
3 points away from clinching the match. And one step closer.
19-10.
Not quite able to deal with that.
Service over.
Back over his left shoulder.
19.
Chances now for MEEPIAN. Got to put together a long streak of points though. This time it goes long.
12-19. What? Service over. 20. Match point 12.
Just one more point needed to seal the victory. And there, as the shuttle drifts wide and to the left, HUZAIRI takes the match against MEEPIAN SUBPONG.
Match won by ABDUL, MALEK, HUZAIRI 21-11, 21-12.
Very steady play. Never really under too much pressure, but nevertheless played with style, played with grace. And now HUZAIRI will move on to play in the semi-final against Rukaendi from Indonesia. Another big challenge. HUZAIRI just checking his opponent's okay. This was the last point. Shuttle drifting wide. HUZAIRI then the winner, 21-11, 21-12 against MEEPIAN. And HUZAIRI goes forward now to meet Rukaendi in the semi-final.